One eternity later.
Hello there, it's EdgeLess, and yes, I'm back. I went to get the milk, don't worry kids, I've returned. And this video, I'm going to go over a few of the reasons why I was gone, and what the future holds for all my channels and stuff. And so, right off the bat here, I'm too lazy to make this video twice, so this video is going on my personal channel, EdgeLess, and it's also going on Why Subscribe, which is my second channel. So let's not waste any time. Let's just get right into the news here. The long and short of pretty much all the things that happened while I was posting, and up to the point when I stopped posting and then died for a while, and then up to now, follow this general order I have listed here. So basically what happened was I kind of lost all my motivation and my energy. Like even just like turning on a game or something now just feels like it's very energy intensive for some reason, and I don't think that's quite normal. And I also just really didn't have any time. On top of not having motivation or energy, if you don't have much time, that's kind of not really that beneficial when it comes to script writing and editing and managing different channels and such. But I did eventually quit my job at the wood mill, which was taking up the majority of my time and energy throughout the day. And then after that, I got diagnosed with mild to severe depression and mild anxiety. And so I believe this has been affecting me to some degree for a few years now, at least. But I don't know, I kind of just write it off and you just kind of deal with it. And I don't really have like any super traumatic event to be depressed about or anything. It's just kind of like a state of being for me, pretty much. Anyway, though, I've been going to therapy, which hasn't really been doing much for me, to be honest with you. The most therapeutic part of it is just talking to myself out loud, pretty much. I don't think she's terrible at her job, but let's just say that I feel like I could replace her and do just as good of a job, if not better. I've also been on a few different medications for a while now, which also don't think are doing a whole lot. However, I did just swap to a new one, so I don't really have much reference to go off of that one. I think this one's probably a bit more reliable, so I have somewhat higher expectations for the current meds I'm on. And then right before New Year's, you know, right after Christmas, my best friend died in a car accident. So, you know, that was kind of a bit of a grace period there to not really feeling like posting, to be honest, you know, as you could imagine. And I've kind of just been spending quite a few months since quitting my job. And I mean, even kind of before I quit my job, but when I quit my job, I kind of just became a full-time bed rotter. If there's anything that I'm proficient at, it's bed rotting. Okay, I'm a professional at this point, an expert, except I'm so good at bed rotting that I don't even rot in my bed. Okay, I've been sleeping in my chair for literally like 6 months now, and to be honest with you, it's a pretty comfortable chair, but definitely kind of sets a bad narrative, maybe is the right word, a bad precedent maybe. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the majority of the main things that happened since I stopped posting and everything, and well, slightly before I stopped posting. And obviously there were some good things and such that happened. I mean, I would say quitting my job at the mill was a good thing. I definitely don't regret it, but logically speaking, it obviously doesn't make much sense to quit and then, you know, not have income and whatnot. I really have never cared about money that much. The only reason I want money is because people say I want money, pretty much. And so that's why I'm willing to kind of just give my money away to make YouTube content and whatnot, invest in equipment and paying people online to help me out with things like Why Subscribe, for example. But even though I don't think my meds have been doing a whole lot, and I don't think that therapy's been doing a whole lot, and you know, all these bad events or whatever, on top of still feeling very tired all the time, you know, I'm like sleeping like 12 hours a day sometimes I'm sleeping like 4 hours a day, very sporadic as well on the schedule of when I sleep. And sure, I could set up a schedule, but like I really don't care, so I kind of have just a whatever schedule. Oh, and I should also mention I have become much more apathetic and perhaps nihilistic within like the last couple years, and I wouldn't say that's bad on the surface, because I would say it's more like being a realist in a sense, but there is a certain degree of it where it starts to be more of a detriment to you than a benefit benefit, and I definitely meet the detrimental level of those things. However, nonetheless, I am here posting again, as you can tell, if this video ends up getting uploaded, that is. And I've even been streaming on Twitch recently, which I've never done before, so it's been a pretty interesting experience. And if you're interested in what I'm doing on Twitch, you can go follow me at EdgeLess. Someone already took the name EdgeLess, so I had to add a 1 between the edge and the less. But I think it kind of sounds a little funny as it is anyway, so it's not too bad. I've been streaming on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but this Saturday I'm also streaming for a new Dragon Age Origins series I'm doing. It's gonna have mods to just kind of improve the quality of life and stuff, and add cut content, and you know, fixing all the bugs that a game from like 2009 would have these days when its support has been cut for a very long time. And I'm also thinking I'm probably gonna do Nightmare difficulty, which I've never beaten it on Nightmare, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway though, I've also set up a clips channel called EdgeLess Clips. Pretty original, I know, and that's just kind of like where all the edits of my VODs from streaming and stuff will go, and some shorts or whatever. But I haven't really had the chance to upload much yet. I don't know when this video is going to come out, so maybe there's nothing up yet, but I have been editing the VODs and stuff. I'm way behind on editing though. It's so much editing. However, for the people listening on my personal channel, EdgeLess, unfortunately for you guys, I'm not going to be posting consistently on EdgeLess anymore, which I know, I mean, I'm not already doing, so it's not really a big change there. If anything, this is an improvement, because I'm probably still going to use that channel to just post whatever random video I wanted to make, but I decided not to make because of the algorithm while I was posting. And so if there's any like weird, crazy idea I have, I might throw it on EdgeLess, but as it stands, I don't really plan to grow that channel. That's just kind of like my whatever channel. And lastly, as for why subscribe, you guys are lucky, because I'm trying to reunite the Avengers to help me work on why subscribe again. And the only role that I need filled is an editor for why subscribe, because A, I'm already way backed up on my clips channel editing. B, I don't think I have the necessary skill to do that type of editing. Like, I'm pretty good at like gaming types of edits, and so I'm not really adept when it comes to like the video essay style of editing. And lastly, I really just don't want to edit 2 channels. So yeah, I'm looking for a new editor, because the previous editor, who was really good at his job, and I like talking to him and stuff, we'd have conversations every once in a while about a bunch of random stuff, but unfortunately he's doing university right now, so he's kind of busy with that. So right now I have it on my bucket list to find someone I can afford to edit for me a bit on why subscribe. But yeah, that's pretty much about it, to be honest with you. I'm kind of just here saying that I'm probably going to be posting again relatively soon on why subscribe. However, I do need to fill that role of the editor. When I work on why subscribe, I try to hold it to a high standard of quality, and I do that on my other channels as well. But with why subscribe, I wanted it to be like the culmination of everything that I've learned, and utilizing the skills of other people to therefore amplify the quality of the channel even further. Whereas with like my EdgeLess Clips channel, for example, I'm not going super hard on the editing. You know, I'm not going to be hiring anyone to do any of that. I'm doing that all solo. It's just kind of like some fun content, you know, nothing too serious. Maybe I'll get into some serious discussions later down the line, I don't know. But I hope the wait wasn't too bad for you guys. I have been seeing slowly the subscriber counts of my channels just slowly go down a little bit as people remember that they're subscribed to this dead channel. But don't worry guys, okay? It's no longer officially dead. It's been revived, and hopefully it will stay alive for a good while. So I'll see you in the next one. Adios.